we were supposed to do that thing where you want me to watch that anime trailer. Remember that the Pokemon joint? You was like, "Yo, I gotta see your reaction to it." I
Anemo.
watched the I watched that anime trailer.
It's Anemo. That's what it's called. Anemo. Yeah.
Anemo, man.
This
Hey,
shit. This
that
shit. They like they put Pokemon out of business on it.
we should have had that from the Pokemon should already be there.
You
I'll put
gotta
it
look.
like
You
that.
gotta look at the gameplay, bro.
No, I did.
The
No,
people. That, yeah, the
it's
people
a
that played the
7 minute.
beta. Yeah,
No,
you look at
yeah, they
you
show
watch the
you.
yeah you watch the people play. Well, I'm talking about you. I mean, yeah, the trailer, but I'm talking about people watching people play the open. I'm not the open, the closed beta of it. Uh, that shit fire. Like they got
They
so
show you.
it's like variants and shit.
They
Like
got a
they got
yeah.
variants. They got like
They got a
regional
new one
variants. They got
because I don't even.
shinies,
Yeah,
all
like
type of
okay,
shit.
they got a new one that came out like over the weekend, so it's like
I know
almost
what you're talking
eight
about.
minutes. Yeah,
No,
yeah, that
what I'm
look.
telling you, what I'm saying is the people that played the closed beta played a lot. Like they had like there's a lot of
Right.
gameplay they played. So I'm saying they people play the closed beta, you get to see, bro. It's shinies. It's goddamn
Well, yeah, they got these
regional
cards.
variants and
Yeah, I don't
all.
even know what them cards is yet.
Yeah, but it's all type of shit. And in addition to all like the base building, it's a whole bunch. It's bro. Hey, I mean, we thought Power World put Pokemon out of business. We know how that went, but also
Yeah,
Power World.
Power is
They
still successful though. They're
yeah,
very,
Power
very
World was
successful.
extremely successful, and they coming out with the 1.0 release.
Finally,
I think like next month they come out with the 1.0 release. So
yeah,
it's like Power World was extremely successful, and it was an early access all this time. So
yep,
it's one of the things, man, where I mean, I mean, Pokemon is still gonna do what it does because it's a worldwide brand. It's popular, it's known,
yeah. It's
but
hard to get people
it's.
onto something brand new.
But I was gonna say that Pokemon they complacent when it comes to their design in their games, and if they gonna be complacent with they design their games, I can guarantee you what's gonna happen is somebody else is going to take their place when it comes to video game monster taming.
Ain't it kind of crazy that
But they
what is
established.
it, Game Freak?
Yeah.
Yeah, Game Freak is established, but my
But
biggest issue with Game Freak right now is they're
yeah.
so established that they even try to sue people who try to move the needle on the
Yeah.
idea of
Yeah.
what they have. I said,
That was
you
wild.
can just do this, right?
And
Like you
and
don't
and,
have
and,
to
and they
be
failed on that
stagnant.
too. They failed
They
on that
did
shit
fail.
too. They failed.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't fail completely, but they failed to get all of the boxes checked that they were trying to
Yeah.
accomplish. So I think somebody else is gonna overtake Pokemon as the premier monster taming video game. But
Yes.
Pokemon will always be as popular as it is because it's not just video games. It's the card game. That is
Yeah, they
extremely
have
popular
such
right
a
now. The anime, you know, just the
very,
merch
very
in
popular
general.
IP.
They just opened up a theme park in Japan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they
But
got a lot going
Pokemon
on.
don't have to be stagnant if they didn't
Yeah,
want to. Like,
yeah,
and they want to be stagnant, and then they're gonna be like, "How dare y'all try to want more from us?"
yeah.
Like, I'd be so confused at them, man. I said, "Game Freak, y'all know y'all can do this. Y'all don't even have to be upset at other people for wanting more. Like,
I,
y'all been rolling out the same bullshit for a while
uh,
now."
but I think that when it comes to Nintendo and Japanese people, very particularly, because Nintendo is a Japanese company, right? I think
Yes.
that they are extremely. I mean, this is not in any way me taking a shot at Japanese folks, but I think that in Japan and with their companies, I think that they are extremely, extremely, extremely territorial when it comes to their IP. They are extremely territorial. So anything that looks like it could potentially be copying them, anything that is a copy, anything that potentially could go down the path of copying, I think that they are very hyper aware of it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah.
like they do not like anything making fun of them, anything like even stuff making references. I don't know how that has went in the past when it came to legal stuff. Like like how some cartoons have tried to do like Dragon Ball esque like jokes and spoofs.
Yeah,
This
remember
shit,
that Drawn Together show? They used
yeah.
to come on like Comedy Central. They
Oh,
did
bro,
some
that
Dragon
was
Ball
an
shit.
amalgamation of a bunch of bullshit, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A
So
lot of
it's
their
like,
bullshit too.
yeah. And so I don't know how that works legally, but I do know that in Japan, what we've seen is that they are very, 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 very anti anybody touching any of their shit, whether
Yeah,
it's Pokemon or whether it's any of their popular anime, whether it's any of their what you call it, even little shit, bro, like food. It's they will tell you if you ain't getting it from them, you ain't really getting the shit. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Bro, instant ramen, instant ramen in Japan, completely different from how it is here. You
It
know,
is.
and they make sure that you know it because it like what you get here is, you can't get a lot of good shit that they have over there. I believe it. I'm a foodie and I love Asian culture, Asian stuff, Asian food, bro. The amount of stuff that they almost it seems like that they restrict from us having over here unless you get it exported is crazy. But it's like I think that
Can't
they
get
are
none of that
very,
now.
very, very. I think they are very fascinated with the idea of making sure that their culture stays within their culture. They
Preserve
yes,
is the
yes,
word I would
and there's
choose.
nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that to me. I mean, it's like it's a difference
No, we
between
understand it
going
as
out into
black
the
men.
work. Yeah,
We definitely understand it.
bro. Yes, I understand. I understand. I wish that we had been more um, protective
Gatekeepish.
of black culture. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I wish we had been more protective of black culture, historically. But of course, we know how that went. It's like now everybody can kind of took black culture and done what they wanted to do with it. But it's like I wish we
yeah.
had been more protective of black culture because ultimately it's like shit. It wouldn't have been tainted and tarnished the way that it has to the point where now it's not our culture no more. Or I would say even if it's not really in the sense of now it's not our culture, but more so it's like now
You got to look for
the
more
way they
authentic.
see it. Yeah, but now the way the world see it, people look at our culture and they think of it a certain way. They think
Yeah,
when they think of hip hop and shit, they think of drugs and like niggas with money and like cars.
a
You know what I'm
lot
saying?
of yeah.
They think of a lot of the negative aspects. They don't think of a lot of pioneers who brought that shit up, who was really in the trenches, really talk about some shit in their music. So I see why other cultures be gatekeeping their food, gatekeeping their music, gatekeeping their
Yeah, because that's
culture.
really all they
Because
have. Like you
yeah,
gotta, yeah.
so
Unfortunately, our we made our culture over here with the vultures.
yeah,
They at least
so
got to keep theirs in house. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I
so
understand.
yeah, so that, I guess all I can say is that Pokemon, as a monster taming genre, that shit gon' hey, I'm telling you, look, Digimon is on the rise, and this
Whatever
Anemo
this
and Power
Nemo
World
and Power, yeah,
are revolutionizing it, because you see what they just did with Pokopia, right?
yes,
They took a shot in the other direction from what they usually do.
yeah, like a
Pokemon,
farming simulator type.
because
Shoot that.
because that's
What
popular.
is? Yeah, that is
Yeah,
popular.
because
Yeah,
you see how Power World coming out then forced Pokemon to put some shit out that they ain't never ever put out before.
mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it, bro. I love the competition. I love the
What we need
competition.
it
I
because
love it. I
that
love it.
was like
It drives
Game Freak.
growth.
Yeah, Game Freak got upset because somebody's trying to push the you know what I'm saying, like they're what they do forward. We're like, hey, y'all can be better. Like that's why that's just where I'm standing with it. It's like y'all can be better. You don't gotta. I want to stop you from making me be the best I can be. That's all I
Yeah,
see from Game Freak.
yeah, yeah. And I think that that's what's gonna happen. With game. I know we on a tangent right now. We ain't gave an intro yet, but I was
Yeah,
gonna say another one is like Warner Brothers. With that Nemesis system. You remember they had the rights to
yeah,
that Nemesis system. They ain't want nobody else use that shit. You know why I think they ain't want nobody else to use it? I don't think they were just being petty. I think that they didn't want nobody else to use it because they knew that they did not maximize the potential on it. And if somebody else had access to be able to use it, they might maximize the potential and make
I
one of the
just
best
read
games
something
ever.
on that. I think their
They
patents
just
just ran
they
out.
just lost the rights to it. Yes,
Yeah.
but I mean, I mean, we probably like 5 to 7 years out from a game being developed using it. But you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I think they was afraid of somebody else using that and making one of the best games ever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They had the potential.
yeah, so
Cause imagine like you
yeah,
playing your Souls likes and they had a
hmm
system of that caliber.
yes, bro. I could only imagine, man. I can only imagine fighting somebody and then losing and then coming back and fighting a nigga again and then nigga like, hey, nigga, you back for more? You coming
Yeah.
back for more, nigga? You want to lose again?
Yeah. I'm a little
Talk
stronger
your
from
shit.
whooping your ass last
Hey,
time.
hey, them orcs in Shadow of War used to talk mad shit.
Yeah.
They used to talk mad shit. So yeah, man. But anyways, yeah. So welcome everybody. I know we was on a whole little tangent. We was having a conversation before the episode started, but this is episode 29 of the Anime Ump podcast. It's just gonna be me, FM Radio, and David
They
today.
yeah.
Just everybody got some other extenuating circumstances going on, work, life, Father's Day, and whatnot.
Oh
So
yeah. Happy Father's Day.
yeah, man. Saying to you, saying to everybody, saying to all the fathers out there that's making it for their kids, doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Hopefully your
you know,
kids appreciate you, man. We're in
yeah.
this a different era, man. These fathers are we different than our fathers. At least I am.
Bro, I was at Father's Day, so we just got back home a little while ago from going out to eat, and I was just at the table clowning my mom, my aunt, and my wife, because I was just like mothers, y'all be so soft on these kids, and don't let these kids experience no type of like difficulty in life. And I'm like, that's the role of a father. But like y'all be quick to undercut a nigga to like be sweet. You know what I'm saying? To be sweet
Mm-hmm.
on your kids. Like, oh, it's gonna be okay, baby. Come here. Mama's here, I'll hug you. Like so look, my son was like he was like trying to get fries off my plate. And I was like, don't touch my plate. I'm like, I'm eating food. Don't touch my plate. Like I'm that type of
Yeah.
person, bro. You don't put your hands on my plate, man. Look, I'm gonna eat all
Hey,
this. I'm
same.
gonna eat all this.
I
So
ordered everything because I wanted
yes,
everything.
yes.
I
So
got
he trying to take my fries because he ate all his fries, but he got a whole thing of chicken fingers, a whole basket of chicken fingers. So I'm saying like you done ate all your fries, but you eat none of your chicken fingers. So I'm like, eat your chicken fingers. And so my aunt is like, oh, we can just order him some more fries when the waitress comes. I'm like, no. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. He ain't
yeah.
ordering no more goddamn fries. He eats chicken fingers.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
still have something.
But yeah. And then
Yeah.
no, look, her brother was picking around his food and like pulled the meat off of his like a chicken sandwich. He pulled the meat off the bread and just left the bread, didn't eat the bread. And I was like, you ordered a chicken sandwich, but not gonna eat the bread. And I was like, what's the kind of sense does that make?
You
And
could have just ordered
it's
chicken
like,
tenders.
it was like, oh, it's like it's fine. Like, and I'm just like, nah, like stop babying these goddamn kids, man. You need to eat that damn bread. Like,
Yeah.
I
But
don't
if
know.
you
It's
didn't want the bread, just get tenders.
look. I admit, man. I was spoiled growing up, man. I was spoiled. My mom, she punished me, but she didn't let me experience a lot of things growing up that like I probably should have experienced, like a lot of difficulty. My dad, he spoiled me in some ways, but also exposed me to difficulty and adversity. You know, and so he didn't just give me what I wanted, just like that. Like he kind of made me like have to work for it. Like I remember I used to get the Happy Meals at McDonald's, and my dad was like, "Hey, you can't open your toy up until you eat all your food." And struggling to get them last bites of that burger when you don't want to eat that burger, struggling to get them last bites of that burger in because you want your toy.
Yeah.
It's like it's stuff like that, man. It's forcing stuff like that, man. It's lessons like that. It's like I guess only dads teach, but it's like you in your mind, you put obstacles in front of your kid, and you making his life hard, and everybody on the outside looking in is just like, just
They
let him
don't
have it.
understand.
It's okay. Like just let him have it. You don't gotta be hard on him like that. And I'm like, well, shit. Like, yes, I do.
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
I do. I, I am not here to coddle and be nice and sweet and love on nobody. I'm here to be your worst enemy. You know, you hate to see me coming. You know, we like, I'm for real, bro. You hate to see me coming, man. I walk in the room messy. Hey, man, so you gonna leave your room like this?
Yep.
You clean the room up. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
see trash on the floor. Hey, man, so you gonna leave trash on the floor? I can just
Yeah.
let him leave the trash on the floor, but I also can say some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And be like, hey, man, look, I'm gonna need 5 seconds, please. Trash up. You know what I'm saying? Trash up. You know, it's gonna be a problem.
It's a problem here.
Somebody else will be like, oh, it's fine. He just, yeah, I'll pick it up for him. No,
It's
let
not
him
fine.
he to pick that shit up himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. You know, I like
Yeah.
that.
But this is how you keep your
We
house
different.
correct when the kids get older and you
Yeah.
gotta leave them at home by themselves. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people forget, like when
Yeah.
they get to like 12, 13, you can leave them at home by themselves, but I need the house to be safe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's yeah, you know, like I said, I'm not here. I'm gonna love my kids, and my kids gonna love me, man. I'm gonna do my best in their
Mhm.
lives and try to make sure I'm always present and always, you know, like there for them whenever they need anything. But also, you're not gonna like be happy to see me coming if the shit ain't all together, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like have all your shit together before I come in the room because
That was it.
you
When
know
I walk into the room, I want you to just look at me and be like, I
yeah
got it. I got it, Dad. I got
you want them to feel a sense of urgency to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
you know, because they know
Even when
that
I'm not
when
watching.
yeah, you know, it's like it would be like the equivalent of like if you're an older kid, you high school, college, and the semester's almost over, and I know them grades coming, you know, I know them grades coming, and you look at me, and you know what I'm about to ask you, what them grades looking like, and
Yeah, you know.
you acting like you don't know. You acting like you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's like you already should have known I was coming with that. You
Yeah.
already should have known I was coming with that. You know, I like because who are we playing? Who we playing? You ain't playing that with me. You know, so it's
Yeah.
I just feel,
You
man.
know if you teetering between a C and a D. Like you know.
Yeah, but you know some parents might just be like, oh, we'll see what happens when we get there. You know, it's like nope.
Mm-mm.
You know, because if I don't put no fear in your heart, you
Yeah.
just gonna do whatever you want to do. I gotta keep that fear in your heart. I gotta keep that pressure, keep that foot on your neck. You know. You saw the clip of Brandon Marshall making his son run around the block. You saw
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit,
yeah. Yep.
he was following him. I was like, I don't see nothing wrong. I
Ain't
don't see
nothing
not
wrong
a
with it.
damn thing wrong. Like that's extreme for me. I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't go that far, but I also don't see nothing wrong. That's a
Moments like that will
he gonna
keep
look
what
back and
happened
appreciate.
in will keep what happened in Texas.
Yeah,
Like I get the kid was protecting himself,
yeah,
but stabbing is still, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like just that
yeah.
whole scenario.
Well, you know, I got my opinions on that, man, based on some more stuff that had come out. You know, some more stuff that they're released. But you know, it's like I don't know, man. I agree with you. I agree with you. You know, I can't say that I would or wouldn't because if it was me in that situation, like I carry my knife with me all the time now, even as an adult. You know, like I carry my
Yeah.
knife on me. I don't. I mean, I carry it so that I can use it as a tool. This is not. I don't care. I don't care to kill nobody. But if
Right.
I got into an altercation and I feel
I
that I
got it.
gotta protect my life, I know that this is on my hip and I need to pull it out. I can't guarantee what's gonna happen. You know, I might.
Right.
I can't say that I'm gonna stab you in your knee and you gonna survive. You know, with a knee, fucked up knee. You know what I'm saying? I can't guarantee I'm gonna cut you on your hand. You know, I don't know how it's gonna go. So I feel that that's kind of like where my stance on it is. Like I looked at it always from the beginning as like a manslaughter. You know, it's self defense, but it's manslaughter because he he used too much force. But I'd say that all the, I mean, you know, even to bring that into the conversation we were just having, you teach your kids, you gotta teach your kids shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like these that you might get into these situations, and you know, teaching them two different lessons. Right? It's like one, you teach your child how to defend themselves or how to de-escalate the situation or how, you know what I'm saying, to avoid having to kill somebody. But you also teach your kids not to put their hands on other kids.
Yeah.
So on both sides, it's like you got to teach these lessons. You know, and so I don't know, man. But I feel like we went on a whole another tangent, man. But you know, yeah. Shout out to all the
Cool.
fathers. Shout out to all the fathers. But yeah, anime wise, man, this week, man. So we didn't have an episode last week because you know we were all busy. Do you have
Mm-hmm.
anything from last week that you want to bring up to talk
Uh,
about? Anything important, man? Anything?
no, we can just wrap everything up because like
Because
we can do like the main stuff, like which had
yeah,
basically be 2 episodes, but nothing
yeah.
really
So
happened in the episode going into the trial.
yeah, so yeah, nothing really happened other than the fact that we know the Brim caps could show, you know, coming, you know, because
Yes.
you remember we saw you remember when she's peeking over the ledge. One of them was in that was you know was on the
Yeah, that one that don't got a
cliff.
body.
Yeah, there was the
Yeah.
one that was, he was on the cliff, and so. But I was gonna say that that the little boy, his master, shitty as hell. He's a shitty ass little
Oh
master,
man.
bro. Shitty ass master. Like he was just
I've
like
noticed
I'm just
outside of Keyfree, it's a
yeah.
lot of shitty masters.
I don't know, man, but you know we saw you know the lady, the teacher, the instructor. She seemed pretty pleasant.
Oh,
She seemed
yeah,
nice. She seemed nice.
I don't think she's a teacher though. I think she's just an
Yeah,
instructor.
you know, yeah. I mean that's true. I guess what I'm trying to say is the wizards out or witches outside of Keyfree. I think that there are some good ones. You know, I don't think they all are shitty, but that dude, like I'm like, why do you even keep him as a student if he's so shitty? If your
Yeah.
student sucks so bad, why do you keep him as a student? And I
Yeah,
also feel
man.
like,
He got the boy shook too.
yeah, that's why I felt. I felt like he like I now I see why Keyfree is such a valuable teacher because Keyfree actually is paying attention to how each of his students are individually and trying to you know help them with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's Keyfree is not oblivious to the fact that all his students are different. And this dude was just like you could have helped your student overcome his anxiety.
He gave
And
me Joe Jackson vibes. Like, you stupid
yeah,
boy. Like, you
yeah,
like, damn.
yeah, bro. It's
Like, you see
like
he's shaking and shit now that you around. You got him all
yeah.
fucked up, man.
Yeah, you see he got anxiety and then and you see in the new episode, like he like all he needed was that pep talk from
Oh,
Reach
the
Reach
blue hair girl.
Yeah, Reach
Riche?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Reach all he needed was that pep talk when she was talking about not wanting to, you know, use anybody else's magic and
Man,
you
she
know,
had a shitty teacher before Key Free.
yes. So I
Golly.
think that's why she get it. It's because
Yeah.
she don't want to use nobody else's magic. She want to be 100% original, which is kudos to her. By the way, I mean, look, I like her backstory and her, I guess her ethos. You know, like her, you know, saying that on like some Naruto shit, like her ninja way, right? You know,
Yeah.
it's like I like that because of all of the people that Kiefer's teaching, I feel like her and the other little girl, the one that
Tatia?
yeah, Tetia, yeah,
Tatia.
they are the ones who have the best idea of who they want to be as witches. You
Yes.
know, Tetia has a
They're not trying to
very
impress nobody. They
yes,
know who they want to be already. Oh,
yes,
the Tetia can't wait to pick out her hat. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah, but all she want to do is she says she just want to make that she want to perfect that spell so she can have that perfect fluffy ass cloud bed,
comfortable. Yeah.
you know, and like she ain't like they're not preoccupied with learning forbidden magic or becoming like
Mm-mm.
good fighters. Like they're not looking for that, and I think that that's where I'm trying to. That's why I don't like Agate. It's because Agate seemed like she just clout chasing to me. Like
Yeah.
she got a chip on her shoulder.
Well, she does, and she's. I mean, they're going to get into it, but you could kind of pick up that she's trying to impress somebody.
Yeah, she got a chip on her
Um.
shoulder.
Yeah.
She's looking for approval. I feel like I feel like she's looking for approval, but she's not looking for approval in the right places. It's like she's
Right.
trying to impress the wrong people. Um,
Yes.
and so yeah, I like Riche and Tetia, I like Riche. She want to do everything her own way, you know, and she is
Mm-hmm.
not compromising on that. But I think that the little boy definitely benefited from her pep talk. I guess is what you call it, her pep talk, or her
Yes.
scolding him, because he he needed that too. He needed to realize that he had to do things his way and
Yeah.
stop.
He already failed twice.
Yeah, but stop that. He needs to stop focusing on trying to do things by the book. He said he memorized all the spells, tried to write
Mm-hmm.
them beforehand. He said he had tried to do all these things, right, to try to make it perfect. He said there's a perfect answer for every question. There's only one answer to every question. He needed her to kind of say, "Hey, there is not just one answer to every question. There
Yeah.
is, you make your own answer." And that's what he did. He went in. Now that's what kicked me is like he went and revised the spell on the cloak that they gave him.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I'm curious as to what more that he's gonna do, because I feel like they didn't just introduce him to us for him to like die or some shit. Like I think he's gonna have a big part to play in this final part of this
I
arc.
feel like where I'm at right now in the story, they don't
Mhm.
waste characters
Yeah.
and they don't waste moments. Like like when the boy broke his legs,
Yeah.
that's gonna come back up. I told you that. The same thing with the boy with the eyes, the boy's dad. Like they
Yeah.
don't so far where I'm at, they don't waste any character.
Yeah.
So I can't remember, but
Yeah. That's good.
yeah.
Well, I mean, and then of course, I told you how I felt. I was like, man, like I wish they wouldn't have took the black lady out like that. I mean, of course, I don't think she dead. I agree with you.
No, no, no.
I think he probably put her into another dimension. Kind of like what they
Yeah,
did earlier with the when they sent them to that other place where the dragon was. I
yeah.
feel like he probably just transported her somewhere. But I still kind of like why they had to do her like that. But I mean, I
Right.
guess short end of the stick. She was the instructor. That shit remind me of so many other times that we have seen shit like this happen. Because we saw it happen with Naruto. Like you remember, Orochimaru showed up and
They
took out old girl.
yeah.
What was the girl? What was her name?
Um
Because
um
he had got to her previously and gave her a curse mark. I forgot her name, man. She became
I
so
can't
irrelevant
remember.
down the line. she
Yeah.
she became so irrelevant.
She got well, don't she got like vines or some shit?
I forgot. I forgot what she do, but you remember Orochimaru had met her before and gave her a curse mark. She was already unwilling. What you call it? What do you call it, motherfuckers? She was a plant. She was a plant,
Oh yeah,
but she's
yeah.
like she I don't she wasn't intentionally trying to set everybody up. She was you know and
Oh,
nigga
like
Orochimaru.
unbeknownst to her.
Yeah, you know how
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you remember how Orochimaru said when he put that curse mark on you, he can take your body over at any time.
At any time, yeah.
Yeah, you remember he tried to do it to Sasuke. Um, but yeah, man, yeah, we've seen it, multiple times when we had these type of, training arcs like this, or not training arcs, but like not training arc, like test or trial arcs.
Trial arc.
Yeah, like where like there's some type of test or something that they have to go through. We've seen that happen before.
Yeah, anytime there's a test, remember what the tuning exam?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like anytime there's a test, something always hits the fan where you be like, oh, it didn't go the way as planned. I don't even know why they even do tests anymore. Like it's gonna mess up.
Yeah, bro. It's like it's so weird too because it's like they put these people, always put them in like very difficult tests, but they put them in tests in like external environments where anything can happen and they have very little control. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Knowing the
if I
Brim
was gonna
Hat
test
is
you,
out there looking for y'all. But
yeah,
I'm assuming he probably thought they're looking for Coco.
right.
So my students should be safe. Now I am curious to why they would even bother them.
I think that Coco's still a target. I just think that this is
Yeah.
all I think that they try to create chaos. I think they try to create chaos,
Oh,
which
it's
they gonna
working.
succeed. They gonna succeed. So I think they try to
Mhm.
create chaos. But yeah, man, yeah, I'm excited to see how this season ends.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like we
we're
only
only
got
getting
one more
13
episode too.
episodes. Yeah, we're only getting
Yeah,
13
we got.
episodes.
So
So I
next
think
one is probably gonna be oh, that's what they talking about then. They said next week they got 20,000 different animations in the next episode. It's something crazy. It's a crazy ass number.
I heard about that. I heard about that.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
saw that and I was like, I kind of ignored it, but now that you mentioned, I said, "Oh shit. I bet next episode is going to be beautiful." Like
I hope that.
that's all I heard.
The studio that produced this is Bug Films. It's called Bug Films.
Yeah,
Um, I hope they pay them folks their money, bro. I hope they paying them their money,
probably not.
because this has been a commercial success, and it will be sad for them to have done all of this only to, I guess, experience what Mappa, was experiencing. Where finding out that you get paid pennies on the dollar for top tier animation, which is wildly
That
successful, wildly
that
popular.
sounds about probably what's happening.
Hopefully not, man. But what about are you caught up on Reincarnated as a Slime?
Oh, let me see. Where am I at? I feel like I'm one episode out. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah,
11.
it was good the last 2 weeks, man.
Oh yeah, I ain't do the battle with him and old girl. Okay, so I do have a question
Yeah,
since I'm almost caught up.
yeah.
Old boy's still kind of bad.
Who's on Yuki?
Yeah.
Yuki is not horrible.
Like
He
a
ain't.
part of me,
He ain't. He
he
ain't
was down to
horrible.
kill Rimuru if he could.
He ain't
But
horrible.
then he
Okay,
realized he couldn't. He was
so
like, all
so
right, well, I guess I
let me explain Yuki to you because he ain't horrible. So first thing is Yuki also was reincarnated into this world.
yes.
You know from what you call it. He was reincarnated in the world
From
similar to
Japan.
Rimuru,
Yeah.
right? But in Yuki's previous life, he was actually like a super genius. Um, from what I heard other people compare him to, they compare him to like Light Yagami, like
Okay.
that level of like genius. And so, um, he had an amazing life as well, like family wise and whatnot. Like just he had a really good life, smart,
Yeah.
athletic, charismatic, all that, right? So apparently, a drunk driver kills his parents, and um, suffers very little consequences for it. And so he kind of like devotes his life, the rest of his life, to try to fix the system that you know, like made this whole scenario play out in the first place, which essentially is the guy who killed his parents. It was an accident. The guy was working too many hours. He was overworked. Fell asleep at the wheel. So Yuki was like, we need to make sure that this whole scenario don't happen again. So people don't need to be working these extra hours, shit like that. Yuki wanted to dismantle the system from the ground up, not just saying I got to get this guy back. He's saying I got to get back the system that caused this guy to fall asleep at the wheel and kill my parents to make sure this don't happen to nobody else. So that's the type of mindset that he was in. So when he died, he reincarnated into the current world, in the story. He kept all his memories or whatever, but he was not given a special skill. He was not given a special skill.
But technically, it would be kind of a special skill.
That is the key, is that he already was insanely smart. That is his skill. When he came into this world, he already got what he already had. He wasn't given some random special skill like Rimuru was, as a slime. Rimuru was a slime, was given a special, he had his special skill from the very beginning.
Was the great save.
Yes. So Yuki came to this world and basically said that his goal was to become king of this world. But he didn't want to do it the same way that Rimuru is doing it. He's doing it basically by saying that I'm going to operate in the shadows, kill who I need to kill to make it to the top, and kind of like he doing the Game of Thrones. He's doing the Game of Thrones. He's playing the game and manipulating people as he sees fit. That new
episode come out today too.
But anyway, all that's to say that Yuki is not pure evil. He's like the flip side of a coin. If Rimuru was on one end,
he said he's like, I want to do it. I want to do it my way, and then whatever size that put me on.
Yes, but his way is like morally gray. He's willing to do whatever it takes to achieve his goals, but his goal isn't to be evil. His goal is to become king of the world so that he can make it perfect. So that's Yuki. That without spoiling anything for the future, that's Yuki. That's his story. That's why he is the way he is. He was never under control of greed, by the way.
I know he said that. That's I got
Yeah, but he acted like he was. He acted like he acted like his people knocked him out of it. When they were talking to him. But he was never under her control. And yeah, I mean, it's a lot, man. There's a lot to it. But also when he said that when greed didn't work on him, and he told her, he was like, "Yeah, it's not gonna work on me." He was like, "My greed is insatiable." That's what he's talking about. He wants everything. He wants to be the king. He wants to be at the top. So that's he's too greedy because he wants it all.
Yeah.
He's not settling for nothing. So her greed could not work on him because she could not fathom how greedy he truly is.
Yeah.
Which is why he was able to take it from her. So yeah, man, but and also his special skill. Yeah, and also his special skill, anti-skill, like I said, that's something he made. He made that. He made that to protect himself, from I think what he said, he wanted to protect himself from any threat, any external threat. So yeah, he a genius. Which is all that to come back to Rimuru. Comparatively, Yuki is actually smarter than Rimuru.
Right. Well, Rimuru is not that smart.
But Rimuru has
Raphael.
And he said it during his most recent episode. He said, "I need to stop relying on Raphael for everything. I need to start figuring some shit out for myself." He actually says that in the newest episode. So, yeah, man, yeah.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow with my witch chat.
Yeah,
that come out tomorrow too.
Yeah, and that's the gist of really what happened this episode. I mean, other than the fact that it was a fight, the Chaos Dragon, which is the Chaos Dragon is essentially like Malim's father. So essentially, Malim I think they tell you a story when like the world began. It was like four true dragons, and Maleem's father was one of them. And Maleem's father, um, split his power when when they gave birth to her, and then when he split his power, he gave power to her, and he put the rest of his power into the egg, you know, and then so the egg eventually hatched into Maleem's friend, right? But that's like that's her father's powers in that
Yeah.
little dragon, So it's like I like you can understand why it was hard for Maleem to kind of like go all out against it. Even though she's a
Yeah,
little
that's your
for it too.
pops.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's not her pop, but it's it's
Like
it's her best friend's body and spirit and the powers of her father were in it.
damn.
So almost like her sibling. I would say
Yeah.
closest thing to be her sibling. Because like I said, he split his powers between Maleem and the egg.
Right.
That's what. So she, she's that's why she's a true dragon. As well. But yeah, man, it was dope though. The animation is high tier, high quality.
Oh, I
Uh,
gotta we gotta talk about One Piece after we talk about Damon.
yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
I done put like 50
Well,
episodes in since we last talked.
let's do One Piece last then.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about Demons of the Shadow Realm, man, because now I'm confused again. So I thought blonde hair dude with the sketchy demons might have been the guy, might have been the evil guy. Now I'm like shit. This nigga
Now, yeah.
he might not
He
be
did
the
go
evil
see the
guy.
uncle though.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm
He
talking about he went to go see the guy that got the glasses. The blonde guy that was that had the butterflies. That's what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
he went to go see their uncle.
That uncle you talking about? Oh, you
The
talking
one in the
about?
purple suit. And remember the dude with the swords that was on at the compound? He was
Yeah.
at the dude's house. So I still
Oh,
think
okay, yeah. Okay.
I still think he got something to do with it.
Yeah.
Because remember, like I feel like the uncle hired those people to go he hired them to go kidnap both of the twins, and that shit didn't work out.
Yeah.
But shit, man, he got to the village. His swords is crazy.
Catch a break. Yeah, they can catch a break.
Yeah.
The fact that
I ain't gonna lie though.
The fact that his demons are in his sword is crazy.
Do they deserve to get a break? They were talking about how could we kill the kid to give him seal.
I think that
was kind of fucked up.
I think that everybody in the show is operating in a moral gray area. I think that that's why I say I don't know who's good or bad because everybody is kind of everybody's operating in a sketchy gray area. So it's like
the only people I can trust really is Yuri and I.
Yeah,
Yuri.
Yeah.
Like you can only trust the twin.
I think the girl, the chop girl.
Oh yeah.
I think she's loyal to Asa.
She's loyal to Asa, but she's not loyal to Yuru.
Yeah.
Unless Asa say, "Hey, I need help here," then then she'll be like, "All right, I guess." She still feel a way about him because he did shoot her.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know, but I do feel that between them two, I feel like they loyal, and I feel like, of course, I think Tadara is I think he's a good dude at heart because when they could have killed that little boy, that the brother, his brother, they could have killed him.
Oh, that was crazy too.
They could have killed him because old girl was like, "You sure? You sure it's right to take him in?" He was like, it's all good, And I'm just kind of like, for a nigga like you, that's surprising. That's surprising for somebody who operate in the shadows and don't got no identity. It's surprising that you would take that chance.
But it's his connection to his predecessor. Yeah. So
father.
I think that's what really spared the boy.
Yeah.
Because you're like, damn, man, that's my sibling, man. And you be like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah. It's wild the lead up to it. Because at first he was like, "Who's your mother?" He's like, who's your mother? He like, I don't remember. I don't remember you. I don't know about that. I don't know. You know,
Yeah. Oh,
he thought
dog,
that was his son. Yeah,
the girl that he fake married, she
yeah,
was probably my favorite part in the whole show. Like when it came to him, she was
mhm,
like, "Yo, you left the house, went gambling, and had a love child." I was like, "Jesus
yeah.
Christ, yo."
Hey, at first I thought that was his son too. I was
Yeah,
like, that. I was like, damn. I was like, this nigga got a long lost son he didn't even know about. But
that little gray
yeah,
hair strip was. I was like, "Oh shit, it do look like him."
yep, yep.
And damn, it explains his dark skin too. I forgot what he said his mother was.
Yeah, he says his mother is from she African. I forgot. I forgot what the
Yeah, I know. I forgot what
she,
country, but it'll come to
yeah,
me eventually.
yeah. Um,
I was like, oh, that explains his darker hue, that melanin. But no, it was another information dump. For these last two after the fight,
yeah,
just getting us information. You met the
yeah.
shaman.
His,
He explained some things.
I would say his mother Ethiopian.
Ethiopian, yep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say I
Yeah.
know when I heard it, I was like, oh, that explains his dark hue.
His dad no ball, bro. His dad know something.
Yeah, he do.
His dad knows something. He got good taste. Got good taste, man.
He's still
Got
out
good
there. I
taste.
know he is.
Yep. Oh, he did say that he didn't die. He said
Yeah.
he did. Yeah, that will be interesting. Um, yeah, man. It's just that village they can't catch a break, bro. So I mean, like you said, I mean they might deserve it, based on what they, I guess, what their intent was
Yeah, because
with
they
the
ain't been on
twins.
the up and up either, yo.
Yeah, yeah,
But it looked like
and
it's gonna be a good fight up there.
yeah, I'm curious what that little girl that they was hiding. They was acting like it was Elsa. I wonder what the fuck she was
She's
doing because she
somebody's
wasn't about to
Damon.
fight. Yeah, she's like she about to fight. So
Yeah.
I was just like I was curious, like what she like who is she? What she was doing down there? You think she's a Damon?
Yeah, she's somebody's Damon.
So who you think is the other end of it? Then who you think is
I don't know.
her counterpart?
I don't know. That it's I would have to watch the end of the episode. You know how they
Yeah,
at the end of the episode they always give you like two words that's
yeah,
basically gonna pertain to the yeah.
mhm, yeah.
I don't know. But I think it's the old lady's Damon.
Oh man, bro, I was like, damn, whoever did what they did to the grandmother, that's crazy. When she called the grandmother, and the grandmother was talking, and she was
Oh,
like, "It's the
those two
same
little
thing."
spider face looking things.
She was
And she
like,
just kept repeating the same
yeah,
words.
yeah, but I Asa peeped it. Asa said it's the same thing every single time. Every time they
Yeah.
call me, same voice, same cadence, same tone, all that. Like she said, the same thing every time. So
Yeah, that
whoever
was
somebody
messed.
already got to him.
Yeah.
I don't think that she's dead though. I don't think she's dead because you saw they had a bunch of cocoons up on the ceiling. So I
Yeah.
don't think that she's dead. What I think is that they probably, you know, got her. They got them under some type of hypnosis.
Yeah.
But
I wonder how many times have she tried?
who knows? That
And if they've had her for a while, how long have they had her? And why
I,
have no one went over there to go save her?
I think risky. It's risky, because I mean, it's like, you going into the what do you call it? You're
The
going
unknown.
there. No, not the unknown, but you're going there knowing that there's a threat there. You know some shit is
Well,
wrong there.
you wouldn't send
Yeah,
Asa, but
yeah,
they got agents, right? You would think they
yeah.
would send some agents to try to go.
I I wouldn't be surprised if they had already did send agents. That's what I'm trying to say
Oh,
is
yeah,
like,
that's true.
the way they was talking at the beginning of the episode, they was talking real reckless. Dude was like, hey, two people died, don't got relatives, don't got no names. Shit, hey, you know,
Yep.
like we can. They said we can use those identities. Mark them alive. That's what tell me that they not on the up and up with these types of situations at all. So you know,
Ain't nobody on the up and up, yo.
yeah, to kind of just cavalierly talk about it like that, as if like these identities, these people, personalities or whatever. like didn't matter. That these people just almost like these are blank slates. That if I
Yeah.
say you, what do you say? Find this 16-year-old girls with no family and no identity or some shit. He said hard. Because he said he was trying to find identities for Asa and other girls.
Yeah.
He said it's hard to find 16-year-old girls out there with no parents and some shit. I was like, damn. I was like, y'all just be kidnapping motherfuckers off the street or some shit.
Probably
That's
not kidnapping, but if
hey,
they found out that they're dead, hey man, go ahead, go get that paperwork for us real quick.
yeah, that's savage. That's savage to me. So I
Yeah.
would not I would not be
Don't tell
surprised.
nobody.
I would not be surprised if they've been sending folks and them folks didn't come back alive. They
Yeah.
don't seem concerned with people dying under their watch. Um, so yeah, man. Still good episode.
Oh yeah. And
I
yeah,
appreciate the pace that the story is moving. I know a lot of people feel like the story is moving too slow. I appreciate the pace. I appreciate it a
you
lot.
see the uncle he when he was like, yo, uncle, you should come by the house. He like, why? So and so he like, so old dude could read off my he like, hell no.
Yeah.
I don't blame him either, dog. He be like, I know I do some shady shit.
Hey,
No, are you crazy?
yeah, man. I imagine this world in this type of family, you you want to steer clear. You got a nigga who can do recon on you with the butterflies, and a nigga who
Yeah.
can tell he can tell your whole history, through touch.
He can read your whole ledger just by touching you.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, these some niggas I would not want to see in a family reunion.
Yeah.
Some niggas I would not want to see, man. Y'all look too much for me, especially with the level of like the sketchiness to the personality. Like these niggas are so shady. Like it's like you can't even tell. It's like you remember Eisen and Bleach. It's like when that nigga you remember when they was in the basement of the Central 46. You remember he walks up and he still got the glasses on, right? And like he's talking and he's like revealing his whole plan. Like damn, it's a crafty ass nigga over here. You look a little suspicious. Now that I really put my eyes on you. All the shadows on your face and shit. You know what I'm saying? You look a little suspicious. Mm-hmm. But really, it wasn't until when he came above ground. Remember, he stopped at the Sokyoku Hill before he left. Remember, he took the glasses off and then flicked curled his hair back. I was like, niggas like this is niggas you need to watch out for. That's a suspicious ass nigga. He too pretty looking.
Walk around with them damn glasses on.
Yeah,
man.
Bro, that quick. All they do
is
take the glasses off and flick his hair. Just put a little twist in his hair. I was like, this shit. Yeah, nah. Nah. And then the flashbacks, when you look at the turn back the pendulum and all that shit. And this nigga has been doing this shit all these years. Shady ass niggas, bro.
I feel like everybody. Okay, you remember when what's the dude's name? Deca? Whatever his name is that's watching over Yuru, right?
Yeah.
Remember he was talking to the he was talking to the shaman, right?
Yeah.
Remember he said something about he like, do you have him? He like, yeah, he's down here. Remember the shaman looked like the way they zoomed into the shaman's face, he looked out of his glasses. Yeah. I'm like, everybody is fucking shady, yo.
Yeah. I agree with you, man. That village, they might not be on the up and up. So
I don't think the village is. I don't think Asa's people is. Yeah. I don't think like the brother, the uncle, I don't think his parents on the up and up. We still don't know where they at.
Yeah. Damn, I had my mic way far away from me. I don't know. I'm surprised you can even hear me.
Yeah, I can hear
you. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's interesting. I love the pacing of this story, bro. Honestly, I mean, I know a lot of people probably don't like the pacing. Probably feel like it's too slow. Mm-hmm. I like the pacing, bro.
By the time we get into the nitty gritty of the story, all the world's gonna be built out, and you don't have to do that part no more.
Yeah, but if this is not a long series, I don't know how long the manga is, or how long the manga is gonna go. But if this ends up being similar to like a Demon Slayer or like a Jujutsu Kaisen or Chainsaw Man, and we only get like 200 or less chapters, I would not be against that at all, because I don't feel like I feel like this pacing is good for a series if we was to get a couple seasons out of it, like 3 or 4 seasons,
I'm
So
thinking if if it's like 200 chapters, I'm thinking 3 seasons.
yeah.
That would be a nice, short, concise, and y'all don't gotta drag it out, and we don't gotta wait like 6 years to get 4 seasons. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of cool with that because it's a lot of good shit out.
Right now, it's on 54 chapters is out right now.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
they're not.
54 manga chapters. So it's
Yeah,
selling
they.
really good too.
Well, yeah,
The
it's been
sales
because
is
it's new. It's new.
the sales is really good. They got 4 million copies in circulation total right now. As of I'm sorry, as of this is as of 2025. Um, but yeah, so the manga has 12 volumes. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah. All right. So the manga has 12 volumes released right now, but there's some chapters that have not been put into volumes. So total right now released in total is 54 chapters. So solid. That's a solid number, right? So like for what we got, I feel like we probably halfway through that right now.
Yeah.
You know, so
So
this
they
this
they
this
they got they
whole
got to
first
dial it back a little bit.
hey, well, no. Look, hey, bro, what they could be doing is doing the shit that we should have been doing the whole fucking time when it came to this anime and manga shit, where we should have realized that once we got to this point in which we're doing these seasonal animes, these 12 episode seasons, these 24 episode seasons, whatever it may be, these cores, these split cores, what we should have
Mhm.
been fucking doing from the very beginning, once we realized that that was going to be the new format, was making these series alongside the fucking manga. You know what I'm saying? So yes, make your manga be 10 chapters ahead. That don't give
Yeah.
nothing. We don't give a fuck about that when it comes to the anime, because when you look at it, it's like if I can make a 24 episode anime and that keeps and I can end that season slightly before where you are right now in your writing, I can give you a year or 2 or 3 before I come out with the season 2, and I can adapt everything that you're writing from that point too. You know what I'm saying? So that
Right.
essentially you're staying one arc ahead of me at all times.
That'd be fun.
That's how I feel like it should be done, because we grew up in the time when that's not how it was. You remember
They waited
Bleach?
till damn near the whole thing was over.
Yep, Bleach, Naruto. You remember fillers would hit at the most horrible times.
Yeah,
They would leave us
to
on
let them get ahead.
cliffhangers. Yep, they would leave us on cliffhangers and all type of shit. It's like just so they could get ahead. So
Yeah.
yeah, we don't. I don't want to be in no times like that no more, bro. I don't want to be in no times like that no more. But I also don't want to be in a time where we gotta wait years and years for a new season. So I think that they should keep the momentum and just stick with the story. Stick with the story as closely as possible so that we ain't gotta wait forever, but we are also giving the manga time to develop and grow. So
Right.
um
Damon's in the
yeah.
shadow realm.
Yeah, man. Um Wistoria, bro. So well, how you feel about the most recent 2 episodes? Because I told y'all this shit was gonna, it was going. I told y'all it was gonna slap, man.
Yeah, it picked up like
Yeah,
incredible.
yeah. That it was a short. It was. I told y'all it was a training arc. It really wasn't a training arc. It was like 2 episodes. It was like
Yeah.
2 episodes of character development and training, and then
I ain't gonna lie, man. His
yeah,
training was just unlocking his memories.
yeah. I mean, I think that the part that he was doing with Julius also helped.
Well, yeah.
Because but I mean, true, unlocking his memories. But Julius was the one who presented the idea to begin with about
So let
anchoring
me get
magic.
this. Yeah. So let me get this straight. Like
Yeah.
he has something in him that basically stores magic,
So yes, so
like
his
a battery.
his anatomy is special.
Right.
Cauldron explains it. Basically, he cannot produce magic. He cannot produce magic outside of his body externally. You know how everybody else
Mm-hmm.
can cast spells? Will
Yes.
cannot produce magic spells outside of his body. He cannot produce magic. It's kind of like the same thing that you saw with, like Asta and Black Clover. Asta cannot produce magic, but he also has anti magic in him. So, you know, it's like producing magic is one thing, and it Will cannot do that. But
Damon
what
said the
Will
show is
can
about
do,
the manga.
thanks to his special anatomy, is that he can store magic, anchor it into himself. Sorry, not himself. Into his weapon, and he can access that magic through his memories. What we see, we see him like accessing it through like a book, but that's not really what's happening. He's accessing it through his memories. Dave,
Right.
it'd be like me or you remembering what hot feels like, and then using fire magic. You know,
So this is like
it's
a
so.
lack of a better term, like Taskmaster.
I mean, something like that. Well, I mean, so yeah, he can access the magic that he has seen in the past or felt that's been used against him. So I mean,
Yeah.
in that way, that yes, it is very much so like a taskmaster. He can access a slew of different elements of magic based on what he's been hit with, you know, and has kind of like has a
That's
understanding of.
pretty OP.
So what you've seen, of course, what he's done, with Elfie's magic, right? Is that you know I
He has
mean,
a
he
very close relationship with her.
yes, exactly. So he's gonna do it with more magic later on. I mean, he's gonna do it with a lot of different people's magic. He's gonna you gonna see he gonna do a lot of different people's magic later on.
Yeah. So the
Um, you
more he
know,
has access to, the the more dangerous he can become.
yes, and also not for nothing, but it's like yes, he can anchor magic himself. He can prime it or whatever you want, whatever he called it. But
Yeah. Now, what's his limit to this though?
it will. I was gonna say that he can do all that himself. He can anchor magic himself, but that's not his most powerful usage. His most powerful usage is taking someone else's magic and then anchoring it from there. So, like when he did it with Elfie, when Elfie set that sword down, and you remember
Mm-hmm.
and you remember he took it, or
Yeah.
like when Zio shot that spell at him and he anchored his magic too. That's the most powerful way that he can use this ability. But if he doesn't have anybody to provide him with an external source of magic, he can anchor it himself from his memories. It's not as powerful, but he can do it in
He's
any moment.
capable.
Yes, well, in
Yeah.
any moment. It's more versatile. It's more. It'll be like if I, um, you know, had a handgun, and that was what I had all the time on me, and I could produce bullets in it. But it's like it's not as powerful. But this is what I got all the time. But then you could give me a rifle, and I could use that too, but only if you give it to me. So I can use this more powerful form, but I got to have an external source to
We
operate off
did
of.
kind of skip over and slime
Yeah,
to him
yeah.
giving them guns. Yo,
Oh nah, I ain't skip over it, bro. I thought we talked about it. I don't remember. But
we did,
yeah,
but
yeah. When
I ain't
Gotha,
get to see it until just over the weekend.
yeah,
Yo, homeboy, I'm thinking in my mind, you can fight.
yep, Gotha like that shit. He liked that shit. He had that shit like boom, 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 boom. I was like, this nigga been training. He been at the
Mm-hmm.
range.
Yeah,
He
man,
been at
for
the
real.
range. Um,
But
but yeah,
restore
man, yeah.
that last fight
It's
though, like you just seen it. Gosh,
yeah.
Leo.
Yeah, man. I like seeing the maximum, like like what we would expect from the highest tier fight. Like I don't care, like we don't got to get like the highest tier fights right now, but I like seeing the peak of what we are like the potential,
Yeah.
because that's what I appreciated about Demon Slayer. Like when Rengoku fought what's called Akaza at the Mugen train, like the Mugen train with the Infinity train
Yeah.
or whatever, the Mugen train. When he
Mugen
fought him,
train.
we got to see the peak of like what fighting was at that point. That was a Hashira versus one of the upper moons. So we really got to see what they, what we could see later. So I
Yeah.
appreciate when they show us these things, man, because nobody just wants to see the lower tier, lower level people
The
always
whole
in their
time.
fights the whole time. If I know that you got
Yeah.
upper echelons, I want to see what the upper echelons can do.
I've been noticing shows that we've been watching lately
Yeah.
gives you that. Like One Piece did it kind of early when you got to see Mihawk beat the shit out of Zoro. Uh
Well, nah, Marineford. when you saw,
Marineford.
yeah, when
But
you
that
saw,
was late though. Like Marineford was like damn near 700-800 episodes in.
no, Marineford wasn't that far in.
It was, wasn't it?
No, Marineford wasn't that far in, bro.
When Marineford ain't that where Ace died?
Yeah, but that wasn't that many chapters in.
It was.
It was
It was. We
four
had okay. I gotta be like four or
Marine
five
first
hundred.
started at 460 chapters in.
That's a lot, bro.
I'm just saying
On the average TV
that's
show,
early. That's early in the perspective of the whole series. That's early. So I'm
that's
just saying that. I
insane.
mean, if you really want to go, if you want to talk about early feats of
Okay,
power,
yeah. Marine first started at
if
459. That's
but no,
insane.
I give you this, bro. If you want to talk about early feats of power, like just us seeing like early feats of power, I would say folks like Crocodile and
Crocodile.
Nail.
Naruto did it with Kakashi. You
Yes,
saw some. You saw some
when
cool shit
when
early.
yep, when Kakashi fought Zabuza, yes, yep,
Yes.
yep.
You saw
Yeah,
some
I
nice
agree.
peak shit.
I agree.
My Hero Academia did some cool shit early with
Yeah,
All Might and them,
with Jujutsu Kaisen, we saw Gojo,
Yeah.
early on, get busy.
Yep.
So, you
They
know,
show you right. Kind of like in the first season, you be like, oh shit, that's some serious shit.
yeah, when he fought, what's his name, Jogo. You remember,
Mm-hmm.
and he teleported Yuji across the map, and then they popped up, and then you remember Jogo popped his domain expansion, and
Yeah.
Gojo broke right out of it. Yeah, I mean, I yes, I like to see the peaks. I like to see the peaks, at least even just a little bit, just to give me a taste of what is possible for a series.
Yeah.
So
Chainsaw Man did some cool shit early.
yeah, yeah, we just got it's like, I think the problem too is like when like introducing the stronger characters early, you kind of suffer you make your story suffers if you don't showcase them, like at a certain point. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like
Yeah.
it's like if we was to see, I'll use an example, right? Um uh Black Clover. If we didn't see none of the Magic Captains ever fight until like way, way late in the story, it would have been like, oh, well, finally. But also, it would have been like, damn, we've
Yeah.
been waiting a long time for this.
About
And,
time.
that was how I felt in Bleach. You remember when they got the Soul Society arc? And
Yeah.
you remember we had been waiting for the captains, and they had been teasing us. All we had ever saw was Byakuya do that shit where he slashed Ichigo that one time, that flash
Yeah.
step. If he that's all we had seen. But our first time seeing captains fight each other. I'm sorry, not fight each other. Our first time seeing captains fight seriously was not when Ichigo fought Kenpachi, because remember that wasn't a serious fight. I mean, to
No.
me, that wasn't a serious fight. The first time we saw it was when Kenpachi, Komamura, and Tozen did that three-way. They did that three-way fight,
Yeah.
and Kenpachi beat both of them. Kenpachi beat both of them. I think that
Mm-hmm.
was our first time seeing like, oh, these niggas just went all out. Two captains used their Bankai in that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm looking
that
for
was
Bleach
our
right
first
now.
time. What was that? Our first time seeing Bankai? I think that was like our first time seeing Bankai in that whole arc.
Yes.
That was like our first time seeing Bankais. So, oh no, actually, Kurotsuchi,
For
Captain Kurotsuchi versus
Kurosuchi.
Yoryu. That was the first time seeing Bankai. That was a good fight too, though. That was a good fight too, though. Between them two, because that was peak. That was peak. But
Yeah, Bleach has some amazing
yeah,
fights.
but you want to see the upper echelon niggas fight, and if you hold back too far on it, it just kind of makes it like, damn, when are we gonna see these guys? When are we gonna see the big people throw hands? You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
you wait too long, your power scaling suffer too. If you wait way too long, because it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of characters in One Piece that we still ain't seen go all out. That you
Oh
kind of
shit.
wonder.
Listen, dog.
Yeah, let's get into
Nico
it.
Nico Robin going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the part where she went to her little demon form and beat. Yo, she
Mm-hmm.
crippled the old girl. Yo, she just twisted her ass all up.
The
I'm looking at
prostitute,
it
yeah,
like, God damn. All
yeah,
right, Nico.
yeah.
And
When that first happened, a lot of people was theorizing that she had used hockey. But of course, later on, now we know she didn't use hockey. But a lot of people were theorizing that she had used hockey in that moment because you remember her demon was like black,
yeah.
you know.
But
But
yo, she crippled the old girl up pretty
still, though,
bad.
and that's one thing. That's another thing too, bro. Like when it comes to like power scaling and like how like as a series goes on, how some of these things can hurt your story. One of the things that's
Yeah.
hurting One Piece right now that a lot of people are complaining about is the fact that we still have a lot of straw hats that don't know hockey. That don't know
Hmm.
no type of hockey, because it's kind of like assumed that when you look at a lot of the other crews, that hockey is an essential in
Yes.
in the new world. Most crews have a lot of hockey users in their upper echelons.
But I feel like they
Um,
don't need it. But when they finally get it, or if they even show us them get it.
well, yes and no. I think that the reason why hockey is so important is because a lot of characters in the upper echelons is Logia users, and so in order to
Yeah.
fight Logia users, you kind of got to have hockey. But I do understand the other part of it is like everybody don't need all that because, for example, they gave Usopp observation hockey, but that kind of matches with his character. He's a marksman, right?
Yes.
So we don't need him to have armament hockey. It would be cool because his dad has it, but he doesn't need it. I think
Man.
I think that it don't fit with his character because Usopp is such
Man,
a
Shanks and them's crew got every damn thing.
yeah, and but I think that Usopp character is like he's a coward. So had giving him armament hockey, I don't think it fits with his character to give
No.
him armament hockey. But his dad got it. His dad, that nigga. When he shot that bullet at old dude crew and
Mm-hmm.
blew up their whole ship with one bullet. Not even a cannonball,
They
bro. One bullet. One
mm-hmm.
bullet blew up their whole ship. It was Bartolomeo. He blew up their whole ship with one bullet. So um yes, it's like some of these things fit with like from I guess like a character element standpoint. It's like you know Brooke, you would love to see him have hockey. I think that he would it would fit for him, that be able to have like armament hockey.
Yo,
um
Brooke is quietly one of my favorite characters.
yeah, I mean,
Subtly.
yeah, I like Brooke too. I like when Brooke gets serious, because when he gets serious, he locks in. He
Yeah.
locks in. I
He's
like his.
very
Yeah,
dangerous when he gets locked. When he
he
locked in,
reliable. He reliable.
mm-hmm,
I like his reliability.
he'll
You
get
know.
you out of something, or
Yeah.
he can hold the line if you need him to.
Yeah. Um, Frankie, I don't think needs hockey because Frankie's dangerous because he's smart and he can
Yeah.
manufacture a lot. Like he can manufacture a lot of stuff.
He can
I
get you
think
out of shit too.
he's smart. He's smart. He like Vegapunk smart. So I don't think he need hockey, but it's like when you look at some of the characters like Robin and Nami and Chopper, you kind of wish that they
Robin
had something.
Robin would benefit from hockey. If
Yeah,
she could at least use it like in her attacks.
yeah, I agree.
Robin feel like she would be a glass cannon.
I agree. I agree. So it's like, everybody don't need all types of hockey, but I feel like some characters would benefit from certain types more than others. I
Yeah.
feel like Chopper having observation hockey would be good as a doctor. Somebody who, doing
He
surgeries
would
and
probably
different type of
he
shit.
need observation and armament. I'm be honest
Yeah.
with you.
I,
Because
I think
Chopper
I,
seemed
I
like
think
he
I
find
think
himself in a fight a lot.
I think yes, I agree. I think that would be dope. But I think also as a medic, I think that he kind of like not he don't fight if he don't have to. So I don't think that
Right.
that would fit with his character because when you look at the different types of hockey, part of it is also your personality because you got to have a certain mentality to be able to use it.
Yeah.
Like armament is like the embodiment of like focus. So it's
Hey,
like
is Bleach not on Crunchyroll?
Bleach is on Crunchyroll. Oh no, no,
I
no. You know what? Bleach might not be on Crunchyroll because Bleach is owned by Disney, so it'll be on Hulu. It's on
got
Hulu.
it, got it, got it.
That might be the problem. Um,
Yo, I typed it in. It was like, I'm like, there's no way.
yeah, it's on Hulu and Disney Plus. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's like different types of hockey, and embody different types of things. So it's like observation hockey is like the pinnacle of what do you call it? I won't say observation because I mean it's observation hockey, but it's like the pinnacle of
Like
like
the way you see things,
the way, yes, exactly, the way you see
your
things. Because
perception. Yeah,
yes,
your perception.
perception, that is the perfect word, bro. Because you remember Katakuri could see into the future,
Mm-hmm.
and but Usopp, he could see really far
He's a
distances.
marksman. Yeah,
Yes,
and
yeah, he can
he don't
see. Yes,
miss.
yeah. So he can see really far distances with his. So it's all about perception. But armament is all about focus and resolve. And
Mm-hmm.
so, it's like, and of course, conquerors is something that not everybody can get, right? That's only a certain number of people have
Yeah,
conquerors,
for that's the upper echelon of
that's the top tier niggas is gonna have conquerors.
yeah,
That's gonna be yeah, your top tier niggas. So which I mean, it's not really. I don't even say that. It's not even really your top tier niggas because you remember when Luffy was in Dressrosa, um, what's his name? Don. Was it Don? Don Chinjiao. Don Chinjiao. I don't know if you remember him, but he was the guy who had the funny looking head. He had the funny head, and you remember
the
Luffy.
steeple, and they
Yeah,
bent
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They bent his look. Yeah,
Yeah,
he had a
yeah,
pointy ass head, and they bent it.
yeah,
You remember he had Conqueror's hockey, and
yeah.
he said back in his day, when in his prime, he was squaring up with Garp and them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, like it don't got to be your upper echelons, necessarily, but for the most part, it's definitely your upper echelons for the most part.
Yeah,
But all that's to say, man, the power system in One Piece is, I hope that they don't. I hope that he start focusing on getting this story done because the power system suffers from power creep a little bit. We so far into the story, a lot of people have not fought or had serious fights. The power creep is real, and we don't need this story to last too long because at some point it's gonna become harder and harder to explain why some people win fights and other people lose fights. For
yeah,
example, like Luffy got gear 5 now. How many more gears we gonna have before the end of the story? you know,
yeah. Like after a
like
while, you're gonna be like, all right, now
yeah, we don't
we
need no damn
kind of.
gear 7. We don't need no gear 7 and no shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta wrap the story up at some point soon. But yeah, man. Yeah. So you're seeing all the fights, man. It's
I am.
this shit.
The
Hey,
Zoro fight is right now is super super dope. I'm at the
yeah.
part where Sunji is trying to figure out what's wrong with him and why he don't
Why he's
feel
why he
that
don't
his
feel
body
human?
is.
Why he don't feel
Yeah,
human? Because he's
yeah,
not. Because he's not. He's not. That's what's crazy, bro. That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy about this shit. Like we spent all that time where they was acting like Sanji was a failed experiment. You
yeah.
remember they was acting like Sanji was the only one in that whole family that did not inherit no enhancements,
Mm-hmm.
because of his
From
the
anything.
robotics, what do you call that, cybernetic shit or whatever, that's the
Yeah.
that
That
robotic
his
shit.
brothers got brothers and
Yeah,
sisters. Yeah.
yeah. They spent all the time acting like he was the only one that didn't inherit no shit. That nigga in real time, that nigga's realizing that I'm not 100% human. you
You're like,
know?
something, what's wrong with me? Like,
Yeah.
and he said he started feeling it once he put that damn suit on.
Yep. Yep. That's hey, yeah, that's exactly what it was. That suit awakened his latent abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But even Queen, which is actually one of my favorite villains, by the way,
Yeah.
because hey, he is funny as hell. But
Yeah.
he was like, yo, your leg is on fire. He like, your daddy did something. Like he just said it. Like
Yeah.
he like, that's not realistic, dog.
Yeah. Yep.
He was like, I burn hot. He was like, okay, man. He like, I see you ain't listening. I like Queen, yo. Queen is
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, what was when his eyes popped out of his head when he what was it, when Big Mom was it when Big Mom was cutting him and then nigga eyes popped out of his head?
Yeah, yeah. I like Queen, yo. Queen is hilarious. But I will say one thing about One Piece
Yeah.
is One Piece really don't have to be over 1,000 episodes. Like
Yeah.
I know I've been in Wano for a while. Man, it's a lot of bullshit. That's all. That's all I can. I am enjoying myself, but I know bullshit when I see it. I said, "Oh, we still playing? All right." Like
Yeah.
even when Luffy came back out the water, he talking about I need to eat meat. I said, we don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I I don't think no one saw that and was like, oh man, you know what y'all
Hey.
could have put here? An episode where Luffy just eats to recharge.
Hey, this the shit I was talking about. This the shit right here.
Hey, Queen is the
hey,
man.
that nigga was spooked like fuck.
Yeah.
Anytime you
I
see somebody
fuck
eyes
with
pop out of their
Queen, yo.
head,
Yeah.
that's
And you don't never see that in One Piece. Like One Piece don't even have that kind of vibe unless it's like either him or Chopper. Chopper be making some
well, you
faces.
see it right here up here at the top. It's like 6 panels, but characters' eyes popped out their heads.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Nah, Queen is a dope character. I agree.
Yeah. He talked mad shit too.
Yeah, yeah. As a what you call it? What do you call it? One of the generals, I guess. For Kaido.
Yeah.
Um, have you seen where his he modified his own body, and where his brachiosaurus form.
Oh yeah, and then like
Yeah,
his
he,
neck
he can it can
retracts and
extend his
shit.
neck and shit. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that shit wild. And then he
I
and
ain't
then
gonna
he
lie.
also he also got the whatchamacallit, the pacifista shit. The beams.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That he got like his tail, claw, some other
Mm-hmm.
shit. But
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front, man. Shout out to Queen because he's
Yeah.
carrying this fight. He's the
Yeah.
only. If it wasn't for because of course Zoro and Sanji gonna give you the good dialogue when they
Yeah.
near each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Outside of that, King is a boring ass motherfucker though.
Yeah.
Queen is carrying this fight.
Well. So King. I don't know. You say King's a boring dude, but it's super important to the story though, because King is like they talk about King is like lineage, like
Yes, they did.
he a
Yes, they did.
Lunarian, and you'll see how that matters later on. I mean, I don't know if you have spoiled yourself completely on that, but you'll
No,
see how that
I have
matters
not.
later on.
Yeah,
You'll see
so
how it
I'm just
matters
like,
later on.
because as long as this fight's been going, they've been
Yeah,
fighting for like 60 episodes.
yeah,
So I'm like, Queen is carrying this fight
yeah,
just through his dialogue, his presence. It's almost I don't know if you ever watch wrestling, but how some wrestlers needed like The Rock or whatever to
yeah,
help sell, you know what I'm saying, sell the moves. And like
yeah,
Queen is carrying this fight.
yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, because and damn, Kaido's daughter, she's dope. I thoroughly enjoyed her.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's funny how you said Kaido's daughter. Because a lot of folks gonna be like, hey, don't be misgendering. Don't be
Oh,
misgendering
well,
Yamato.
but she do it too though. Like
Nah,
she
nah,
she say
nah.
she's
We know, we know, we
she's
know,
Odin.
we know what the fuck Oda was doing. I ain't. You know me, bro. I ain't like. I can only go so far with the with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it like it is, bro. Oda knew what the fuck he was doing because when he drew that character the way he drew her and shit, no,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't no, we ain't. Let's not play this game, Oda.
Well, I know what she was doing. She's so inspired by Odin.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That she was like, I am you. Like I
but
want to
yeah,
embody everything with
but
you.
talk about
Yeah,
she
yeah, but
talk about she
that's where the
Kaido's
buck
son and
stops.
shit.
Oh yeah. But that's where the
Talk about
buck stops.
so it's like like no, like you Kaido probably wanted the son, and
Oh, Kaido
it's
played the
like
shit out of her too, though. Like when
mm-hmm,
she was growing up, and
yeah,
the dude who helped her,
locked her up,
he, well, well, yeah, that. But
and then
hey, man,
yeah,
it was three samurai that was
mm,
in the
mm-hmm,
in
yep.
that tomb.
What you observed?
One of them
He turned them
looked
into giants.
real, huh?
He turned them into giants.
One of them looked real familiar, yo.
Like who?
The one that used the voice of Zoro.
He looked like a descendant of Zoro's, or not descendant, but a
What
ancestor of
Zoro looked
Zoro's.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That was super obvious.
So people have theorized that Zoro's lineage
Might come
might
from
have come
Wano,
from Wano.
which would hence his love of the swords.
Yes.
Just naturally, he takes
Yes.
to the sword.
Yep.
So I'm surprised. I mean, hopefully they pay that off at some point, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think that they are
dog.
because it's not key to Zoro's story. What's funny is Zoro just one of those characters who you don't really need to give him a deep backstory, a deep understanding. Like
You're right.
what we know for him now is all we need to know for real, for real. Like at this point, because it's like he don't need it. He don't need
But if
this.
there's a way to make Zoro even cooler,
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying we don't need this epic reveal for Zoro. Like he's already just cool as fuck, and
yeah,
he's know who he is, and he's secure in who he is. He don't need this like epic major development to tell us who the fuck he is. He already know who the fuck
he's
he is. So
he's probably one of the greatest
he don't.
non main MCs
Yeah,
of
yeah. I
he
agree.
it's only a few people that's in the class of their own. Him,
I agree.
Bakugo, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Vegeta.
only a few
Yeah,
guys, Vegeta.
yeah.
It's only a few
I
guys
agree.
who's in the class of their own.
I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. 100%. It's some characters who they when they are on screen
Fuji was
they
it Fujiko? Fujigoro
yeah
from
it
yeah,
it's
Fuji.
yeah
Man,
it's some characters when they are on screen they command presence on screen. That's why Luffy and Zoro are very
mhm.
rarely ever fighting together or on the screen at the same time. Is because it's hard. It's hard. You cannot have them together doing anything at the same time. When they was up there fighting Kaido, how many
That
chapters
shit
was
was
that?
dope.
How many chapters was that?
I don't know,
Like
but it was a cup. It
hey,
was at least a good 10 episodes.
but that's the first time. That's the first time we ever seen them team up for a fight.
I know,
they
and it was seamless.
yes, so you can't have your two main niggas on the screen at the same time fighting too long in any given series. Like
I
it's just
agree.
not. It's not. It don't lend itself to nothing because, like I said, how much
I
it's
ain't gonna lie to you
you know
though.
what a very similar comparison is Yuji and Todo and JJK. Todo is 100% secure in who he is, needs no character development. He is who he is. The whole fucking series, bro. He gets no character development. He's just who
Hmm.
he is, bro. Todo is just that nigga, beginning to
Yeah.
end. But Yuji is the one who's unsure about himself and struggling, with, like all these different, like scenarios in his mind and all these things. But
Yeah, well, he got to.
Toto is
He
the
kind of
perfect
came
partner for
into it.
him.
Yeah, he kind of
Yeah,
came into it though
I know.
late in the game, kind of like how
But
Coco
yeah,
is, and Witch at. Like you come into it too
but
late in the game, you
yeah.
gonna be dealing with some identity issues.
But you know what I'm saying is like when you got a character that just don't need no extra or nothing. Like
Yeah,
he is just who he is, and perfect because of that.
Utah's kind of the
It's
same way.
special. It's special. Fucking Mustang from
Full Metal.
Full Metal. Mustang needed very little screen time, very little character development because he was cool as fuck from day one. You know,
Yeah,
we got
you knew who he was.
he went blind, and that's the most development we got at him the whole series. Was
Hey,
when he went blind.
that was so fucked up too,
Yeah,
dog. He came in, he was like, "Yo, why is it so dark in here?"
yeah.
I'm like, "Damn,
But that was the most
damn,
development we
dog."
got him the whole series, bro. But like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's you appreciate those characters sometimes because yes,
Well,
everybody
almost
loves
all of those Full Metal characters, like
yeah,
Mustang, not Mustang, Armstrong,
yeah,
and yeah,
yeah. But we appreciate when you get a character that moves the story along, when you get a character who has a very deep backstory, or they have
yeah,
ties to a major plot point. We love that. But we also love niggas that just don't need none of that, and they just be who they are, and they just
yep.
appear, and they appear,
You are
they do
yourself.
their thing, and they disappear. you know,
Yeah.
like
Now and then.
Finn is that right now. Finn is that right now in Wistoria.
Yeah.
Then nigga popped up, did what he did, and now he just a background character because he can't pop up for everything, or else
Right.
it's gonna
Oh,
defeat
and
the
the little
purpose of the
part where
story.
they was like, "Yo, you had something to do with that gem and that sword." He was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I had to slide
Yep.
by
The
real quick."
dwarves.
You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep. The dwarves made that sword special for Will to help him anchor it.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But yeah, bro. I mean, that's all I really, man. That's I mean, I ain't
That's
really
it.
had too much,
Uh,
on the slate. You want to talk about
Second
the
thing too.
best? What you want to say? Yeah.
Oh, you don't watch Vox Machina, do you?
I haven't watched the most
I
recent
think I
season.
asked you. Okay,
I
okay.
haven't watched the most recent stuff.
Hey man, I'm just letting you
I'm not
know,
caught up.
dog. Like,
It's solid, ain't it?
oh my god, man, it got me in my feelings. I'm gonna be honest with you,
I believe it.
because she get a little too serious because those are main characters,
Yeah.
and when shit start happening to them, man, it really messes with you. Like my
Yeah.
stomach is still kind of fucked up a little bit watching
Damn. Yeah, yeah. I understand, man. Some series is like that, bro.
Yeah.
I also watched that Baki. That I watched that newest season of Baki.
Yeah, you
That
say
shit
you
was
liked
fire.
it.
That shit was fire. That shit was fire. That nigga, what Musashi? That nigga went on a damn rampage.
Oh,
He got done fighting Pickle. He fought Pickle, fought Pickle and won. And cut his ass up real bad. Also, they did not spare on the animations or the gore. This arc.
this time
This
around.
this time around. Yeah, he cut the nigga Pickle up so bad, and then won the fight, and he said, "Hey man, look, this fighting life ain't for me, bro." He was like, I need more. I'm on a journey. I'm trying to figure out something, about myself. Because he essentially he's like on this never ending journey to learn more and more about the sword and shit. But long story short, the nigga goes on a rampage throughout the city. The police try to stop him, try to bring him in and detain him. The nigga starts slicing up police officers, cutting
Oh
niggas
my
heads
god.
off and all type of shit. They were ready to start a war with this nigga. Like I'm talking about like a legit war. They were ready to go out to war with this nigga, like to send the whole damn police force at his ass. And he was just walking around the city, just taking niggas out, taking niggas out, taking niggas out,
Jeez.
cutting
Okay.
niggas up. Finally,
Dang.
fucking Baki in the end, Baki fight him and win. And they sent his
Damn.
soul
How
back.
long was the episode?
It was the season was like 8 episodes, something like that.
Damn. Oh, they brought the whole season out.
Yeah, they bring the whole seasons out.
Oh, you know, Netflix every once in a while sometimes trickle shit out.
They split the cores. They
Yeah.
split the cores, yeah. But yeah, man, yeah, it was dope though. It was dope. It was dope. Doctor Stone is on the second to last episode. Shit's bittersweet, bro.
I thought it was over.
Nah, one more episode of Doctor Stone.
Did you watch it?
I'm caught up, so I'm just waiting on the last episode. It's not.
I gotta get
last
caught up,
episode,
man.
Last
Donald,
episode this week coming up.
Yeah, Donald told me they found out why everybody turned to stone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, personally speaking,
I don't know yet. Don't say nothing.
No, I was gonna say personally speaking, the story. I would say the story wise, like I enjoyed the journey, bro. I enjoyed the journey. I have no qualms with the ending. As I've seen. I mean, I haven't seen everything because I didn't spoil. I ain't spoiled myself on this. I did not read the manga or nothing. So what I'm watching on the anime is all I know. So I got one more episode left. Until the end. We got one more episode left to the end. It premiere this week. But I'm happy with it, bro. I'm happy with it, man. I've been seeing a lot of people complaining, and I'm like, man, I realize people is never gonna be satisfied with nothing, bro. Because
I haven't watched any of it.
Yeah.
So I got 59 episodes to watch.
Yeah. Well, enjoy it.
And then
man.
I'll be 60 if it's one episode left.
Look, enjoy it for what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to compare it to no other shit. Just enjoy it, bro. Because
I enjoy it for what it is already.
Yeah, it's such a fun. It's such a fun series, bro.
Yeah. I like it for what it is. I'm literally on like the movie. Like that's where I left off that special episode or whatever with the dude with the ship.
Father. Yeah.
So
he talk about the episode about his father. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's a good series, bro.
I'm probably gonna start it.
It's even. It has it. It has it all, bro. It has a decent amount of action. It has a decent amount of mystery to it. It got you learn a little bit. The character development in this fucking series is top notch. Oh yes, it's top notch, and even that should get you in your feelings. That should get you in your feelings, bro. Like it's like some of the stuff from the last season and this season, bro. It'll have you in your feelings so bad, bro. So bad. So yeah, I'm very happy with where that series has went, man. Let's see, but yeah, man. Yeah, anything else you want to mention?
Nope. No,
right,
it's been a good week.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Well, we can all wrap it up, man. We can go and wrap it up. All right, so it's been episode 29 of the Anime Podcast. Not nephew, brother-in-law. Mom picked him up. But yeah, man, episode 29 Anime Podcast. It's been real. Anything you want to say, David?
Oh no, man, I don't got nothing to say, man. Peace and much love to you, man.
All right, peace out, everybody.